Hello, Blissful Crafters. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today's project, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a summer wreath for your front door. I'm going to go over all the materials that I'm going to be using for this particular project. So if you're interested in this project, please stay tuned. So you guys, these are all the materials that I'm going to be using for this project. I'm going to be using a wreath form, a yellow wreath form, a decorative piece to go on the wreath form. I'm going to be using pipe cleaners to put the decorative piece on the wreath form. I'm going to be using a glue gun. I have white, yellow, and black deco mesh. Have my ribbons, and I have scissors to cut my ribbons. I also have a bow maker, which I may or may not be using. So these are the things that I'm going to be using to make the wreath. Okay, you guys, I guess you can see I changed locations. I went ahead and I did the prep work for the materials to go on the wreath. So I cut each ribbon, I cut 9 pieces at 14 inches. And I cut the deco mesh. I cut each piece at 20 inches, 10 pieces. So for the ribbon, that's 9 pieces at 14 inches, and for the deco mesh, that's 10 pieces at 20 inches. So let's get started putting this wreath together. Okay, now we're going to get started putting this wreath together. I'm just going to pick a piece of the mesh and start off with yellow, I guess. So you take the mesh, let me fix the camera so. You take the mesh and you roll it in a little on one end, and then you roll it a little bit on the other end, and then you just smush it together like this. Smush it all together. And you'll come up with something that looks like this. So once you smush it together, just place it down. I don't know if I want to start on the top. I think I'm going to start on the top. Take and twist. Twist one time, or however many times you want to twist. I'm just going to twist one time because I still have ribbon that I need to go in on top of that. So I'm going to alternate between the yellow and the black. Do the same thing. Take and fold it in a little on each end, and then just smush it up and place it in the next twist. Excuse me. So we're going to do that all the way around. No, you can't hardly see that. I'm going to do it on this side so that you can see it. So you're just going to open it up, open a little twist tie up. That's a small piece of mesh. I'm going to get a larger piece of mesh. So you take your mesh and you roll it in on this side, and then you roll it in on this side, and then you just squish it in the middle. You take it and you place it between the twist tie, between the little twisty thing, and you give it one good twist. And that's how you go all the way around. So we're just going to continue to go all the way around doing the same thing, alternating between colors. I'm working with a different type of mesh. I took the name of it off, but it's softer than the regular mesh, so it's feeling different to me. But it's a nice soft mesh. We're gonna see how it turns out, and just keep going around until you fill your top section in, and then we're gonna go to the bottom. Now that I got the top done, I'm going to start on the bottom, and I'm going to go alternating all the way around the bottom the same way I did the top. To be honest, I really don't like the texture of this mesh. Well, I like the texture, but it's not filling out like the regular mesh does. So I'm going to go around the bottom part of the wreath, and I'm going to start with black. And you do the same thing. You scrunch it up on each end, roll it on each end, and then you just scrunch it in the center. This time, instead of putting the scrunches going down, I'm going to put them going face up. And that's going to give it a different pattern when you put it going up. So that's how I did it. And I'm going to go all the way around doing the same thing, alternating between yellow and black. Nothing hard, just take your time and put them on. So we're going to go all the way around. And when I'm done going all the way around, we're going to start with the ribbon. So this is what it looks like so far. I've gone all the way around, and this is what it's looking like so far. I have extra mesh that I cut out, so I'm just going to fill in the areas that I think need extra mesh in there, and then we'll be back to put the ribbon on. Okay, so I went back around and I kind of filled it in some. It looks a little better like that. So now we're going to put in the ribbons. So I have my ribbons. I have 9 of each color cut at 14 inches a piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate each ribbon to go all the way around the wreath. So I'm going to take one of the large ribbons, which I think is a 2 inch, and this might be a 1 or 1.5 inch. I'm going to lay them on top of each other, bend it in the center, and then I'm just going to start placing it, starting at the top, alternating, going all the way around. So I'm going to start in this one. I'm going to open up the twist a little, place the ribbon, and give it a twist. And that's our first ribbon. That's how our first ribbon looks. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to alternate doing that, going all the way around. Show it to you again. Going to take one of the 2 inch ribbons, place one of the 1.5 inch ribbon on the top, fold it in the center. Gonna scrunch it a little bit, and then I'm gonna skip over to the next bunch, and I'm gonna twist it in there. Because at the top we have 10 of these, and only have 9, so I'm going to alternate all the way around because I don't have an even amount. So we're going to keep going all the way around doing the same thing. So this is what our wreath is looking like so far. Turn it around, see it. So far that's what it's looking like before we put the decorative piece on there. I don't know how I feel about this piece. Maybe once I get the decorative piece on there, I'll like it a little better. As of right now, I'm on the fence. Okay, so this is where our pipe cleaners and our glue gun comes in. I'm going to take 2 pipe cleaners and I'm going to connect them together so I can have a long piece. 2 pieces like this, and I'm just going to take them and wrap them around one another. And once I get them wrapped around one another really good, I'm going to take the hot glue and I'm going to attach one of the pieces at the top, and I'll probably attach the other 2, one here and one here, and then we'll place it on the wreath. So this is what it looks like with the pipe cleaners on the back. I just put a piece of paper across the top just to reinforce it on the glue. So now I'm going to attach it to the wreath. To attach it to the wreath, I'm going to lay it down flat, and then I'm going to decide which side it will look best on. I'm going to try to find the side that's the fullest to leave on the outside, which I think this is the fullest side. I'm going to leave that one on the outside, and then I'm going to place this piece on the opposite end. So I put fix it so you can see it. I put the pipe cleaners together so that they will be long enough. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in between the wreath and just connect it to the wire that's up under there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pipe cleaners and I'm going to go up under the wreath, and then I'm going to connect it. Just give it a twist so that it will be on there. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished product. I put the pipe cleaners on. I put the decorative item on with the pipe cleaners, and I secured it in the back of the wreath. So this is what we have, and I would like to thank everyone for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a nice day.